Day 5. I'm off today. So this is going to be interesting. But I still, obviously, I can't do much. I have to go pick up mail that I've been putting off. But now that A, I have a mask, and B, I've been trained at work now to interact with people, I feel more confident that I will be able to do it wearing the mask and doing everything to keep everybody safe. So that's good. I'm happy that I can do that. I'm still refused to go into the grocery store, even with a mask. I'm still going to be doing pickup. Maybe that'll change when I prove that I can pick up the mail with my mask and stuff, but I highly doubt it. I still feel like I'm going to do pickup with grocery stores. It's working so well. It's working so well. The fun of going in a grocery store is gone anyway right now, so pickup's working well. it's yeah. So I doubt that's gonna change. But yeah, I need to. And then and tonight I have church council meeting over Zoom. So I in my last order I got condensed milk. Forget what exactly I wanted to bake with that. But I'm gonna review my videos and see what it was, because I'll probably be doing that today. Because I still I'm definitely gonna exercise, even though 8 hours on my feet wearing a mask, so I'm like sweating. It's just my face that's sweating more. It's all on it. But you can see, so, yeah, I still want to keep up with that routine of exercising, even though, 8 hours, my legs hurt. But we'll see what we'll see. I might regret that. I might not do it tomorrow. We'll see anyway. So, yeah. Should be interesting. Have an actual weekend. Have a day off, but it's knowing that I'll be going back to work in 2 days. So, that's good. But still not being able to actually do anything on the weekend. Oh well. Yeah, it'll be good. I'm excited to make whatever the heck I was planning on making with that condensed milk. So yeah, we'll see that. We'll see that later. You'll actually have a more entertaining video than what is, with being back at work is gonna be. But there we go. See ya. Day 4, and I just got up because I got up early because they're shutting off my water in just under an hour, and it'll be shut off, and I need to go to work, and it'll be shut off for the entire time, so until I have to go to work. So yeah, that sucks. But on the upside, being up early, I got a package, and it looks like it's from online, and it feels like a DVD. I think it's season 4 of Lucifer. This is a good thing to wake up to. Let me double check. Hell yeah, it's season 4 of Lucifer. Yes. So excited. Well, I'm heading out to get my some packages. I'm so nervous. But I can do this. I'm wearing a mask, which totally matches my shirt, perfectly. Not just in color, but in intention as well. It's perfect. So, and I'm gonna be cautious with my hand washing, only touch what I need to touch. And I'm probably gonna wear gloves because I know there'll be probably a few places that I won't be able to avoid touching. So I got this. I'm doing everything humanly possible. So we'll see. If I don't come back on crying, we're good. It's a success. So I did it. Wasn't so bad. Luckily, it was they set it up so it was super, super easy to maintain physical distancing. The employees had plexiglass things, so it was like super, super, super easy, minimal, maximum distance, minimal contact, super easy. So that saves me from being in a panic attack. But of course, there's still the stress, at least for me anyway, and anxiety of, could I have done more? And I can't focus on that, I'm only human. I'm doing what I can. And I think that's the best that we can do. So I've got to worry. I got to hope that I don't worry about not doing enough. So, especially because I've got to venture out still to get my oil change. But I think that'll be good. I'm able to stay in the car, and so, minimal contact. That one I think should be a lot easier. Stay in the car, only roll down the window to pay. Quick tap with the card. Hopefully that's all it takes. Hopefully my tap works. So, and if not, I've got sanitizer in my car that I can sanitize my hands right after if my tap doesn't work. So that's good. So, yeah, and now I get to enjoy some tea and it looks like some one of my friends sent me some chocolate bars and some candy that I can't get here in Canada. So I know what one of them is. The rest are a surprise. So that was good. She sent it just at the beginning, because I was supposed to see her, right after the whole shutdown happened. We had scheduled to see her before everything was shut down and everything, right at the, we were supposed to see each other mid-March, and then it's like, oh, okay then. So it arrived right at the peak, so I was so nervous to go out and get it. But now that things are starting to ease up, there's actual, restrictions or things in place, we kind of have a system now. I was a lot more comfortable now to go get it, so that's good. So yeah, anyway. Okay, so this is what my friends sent me. I think we can get these up in Canada, but that was so sweet. I love Harry Potter. It's my second biggest, well, probably my biggest fandom, but my second fandom. And then I've never seen these before up here, so I'm excited. I love cookies and cream, and I love Twix, so yay. But these are what I knew was coming. Although I didn't realize she would send 3 big packages. Holy jeez. So sweet. But I've seen one of the upsides and downfalls of living in Canada as we see commercials from the States of things we can't get up here, and this was one of them. I love Skittles, and I wanted to try the yogurt ones. So when I thought that they were coming, I asked if they could bring up some for me. But then when that was canceled, she ended up mailing me some. So sweet. So many. And the good news is I do like them. So that's good. They are really good. So that's super, super awesome. Oh, totally made my day.
any anxiety that I had, this helps comfort that anxiety. So, yay. Thank you.
I'm super glad that I was able to have that comfortable level, like, okay, I can do this safely. Because I mean, it's not essential per se. So that's part of the reason why I let it wait so long. But, you know, it is, you know, emotionally, it's not, it's very helpful emotionally. So that's good.
Hey. So, I'm still super anxious about my trip out. You know, it's like thoughts going on in my mind right now. You know, did I do everything I could? What should I have done differently? I mean, I know I maintained social distance, but like, what? It's stressful. It's still super stressful. So, you know, so I've got to keep trying to remind myself I'm not perfect. Like, all of this is coming from a place of caring for others and being thoughtful for others. So I just got to try to focus on that and just try to do the best I can, and hopefully that'll work. So I need to also try to distract my brain. So in both the mode of not perfect and distracting my brain, I'm going to make the recipe that I found with the condensed milk that I wanted to use. It's a cake, so that should be interesting. It's cooked by steam, so that's gonna be interesting. I don't actually have a proper steamer. I don't even have a cooling rack that will fit the pot. The biggest pot, any of the pots I have, the only cooling rack I have is along for a sheet tray. So that's going to be interesting. So in the video it showed the rack kept the actual container that held the cake batter and then the cake away from the contact with the pot. So it's literally just the water, steam from the water that's cooking it. I can't do that. What effect that's going to have on the cake, I don't know. It might end up with a burnt edges. Might be overcooked. You'll find out right along with me, I guess. And also in the thing of trying new stuff, here's the bubblegum matcha tea. So it is cold. I did use some hot water to mix it up to make sure it was properly dissolved and mixed up, and then I added cold milk to it because it was I wanted it cold. Super strong smell. Not as strong with it cold as when I first added the hot water. That was like powerful, strong smell enough that I was like, oh good gosh, what did I get myself into? So we'll see what it. It's actually not bad. It's not. The smell is definitely stronger than the flavor. So even the smell, even when cold. So I mean, this flavor probably would be stronger if it was hot. But it's still, it's different. It's definitely different. I don't fully regret buying it. Wow, my voice just went weird. Sorry. I don't fully regret buying it, but I won't be buying it again. But it's definitely it's an interesting little change. So, cheers, and here we go with the attempt at the steamed cake. I found a steamer that works. I just took this thing that was in the middle, unscrewed it, and now that'll work. Hopefully, maybe. So, yeah, now let's see if I can do this successfully. Okay, so in this bowl, there we go, I have 3 egg yolks, which I then mixed with a cup of condensed milk. Whip that all together. And I added a 1/4 cup butter, softened butter, so that it mixes properly. And a teaspoon of vanilla. Mixed all that up. And then added a cup of flour, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I believe that's it all that's in here. So mix that up until it's all well mixed, and then take your egg whites and whip those up until a soft peak forms. There we go. So you can see how it's foamy and some medium peaks have formed. So now you want to mix this into your batter, fold it into your batter carefully, half at a time. And you want to do it carefully because this air you've created with the egg whites, you want to retain that because it looks like that's one of the keys to the success of this cake. So I put a half in, so I just kind of want to show the second half. And gently, you can see I got rid of the whisk and I'm using a spatula to kind of get that, maintain that structural air as much as I can. Okay, so once you have poured it into your container, you cover it with tin foil and then the lid, and let steam for approximately 45 minutes at medium-high heat, apparently. So, yeah, can't wait to see how this turns out.
Oh my gosh, the cake smells so good. So good. Can't wait. Major tip, don't let your pot boil dry. That was definitely one of those things that I was concerned about happening with this recipe. And it's definitely very much a very real possibility. So just be very, very aware of that. And if your pot does boil dry, make sure you do not pour something into it until it cools down. Because otherwise, you will get a pretty decent burn. Trust me, I speak from experience. I've only had to deal with workers' comp twice in my... How long have I been working in the kitchen? Quite a long time, and that was one of them. Luckily, I didn't have to take time off, and there was nothing major because my chef knew how to handle it. But yeah, it could have had my chef not known how to, had it not been dealt with properly right away, it would not have been good. Definitely it was, so be warned. Definitely that was one of the worst burns that I've ever had. So yeah, just make sure that pot does not boil dry. And again, if it does, wait till it cools down before you add anything else. Take it off the heat, wait till it cools down.
Okay, so first of all, sorry about my dishwasher going. Did not fully think that plan through when I started it. But yeah, so it's finally done. It did take a little longer. I think it's because I did not have a lid that covered it, so it let all the steam, or not all the steam, but some of the steam free. So that's why it took longer, because once I put that, I ended up using a pan to cover it, and it kind of covered the whole thing so that the steam would kind of like go back on itself. That seemed to work, and it seemed to cook a lot better. So whether that helped or whether it was just because it was almost the time anyway, and if I'd left it alone, it still would have taken that long. I don't know, but definitely that seems to be a key issue, to have that lid so it fits, so it actually covers it so the steam cannot escape the pot. So there's another lesson for you. So we're just about to take it out of the dish. So scared. Okay. So I did also to run my knife along the side, or run a butter knife along the sides to loosen it up from the sides as well. I did also spray it just for that extra precaution, because last time I made something, it stuck. If you remember my bread story, so I didn't want to chance it with this, so I sprayed it. So let's see. Oh, minimal sticking. Look. And it came out super smooth. Let's take the parchment off. So you can see kind of the edges, but it's got a nice, I don't know how you can hear that. I think that's the density we're going for. Again, like anything else like this baking that you cook like this, stick a toothpick in the center, and if it comes out clean, it is done. So, okay, let's cut into it. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that texture. Oh my gosh. That looks so perfect. Yes. Absolutely, look at that. I haven't even tried it. I can just smell it and the texture, and I'm super excited. Look. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Okay, let's try it. That is really good. Wow. That's, I have to say, next to the Jägermeister brownies that I made, this is one of my favorite things that I've made in the past few months. Let me rephrase that. Other than the stuff that I've made, the recipes that I've made up, and the brownies, this is one of my favorite recipes that I've made so far in the past few months. Wow. I'm so proud of this. Definitely, it's not that hard. The biggest thing is that steam thing. You really have to make sure it's the right size. Make sure it's the right pan that you pour the batter in. Make sure that the pot's the right size. Make sure the lid's the right size. But definitely that vegetable steamer thing that I had worked. So that you can. I think I got that at a grocery store or something like that. Like, it's a pretty common item. So if you don't have one of those, but yeah, so excited. Enjoy. Until next time. Day's almost over. So I'm so happy I got my packages. That totally made me smile. So that was good. And the cake. Oh, the cake. And on the upside, I get to go back to work and talk about it on Saturday. Just in case they don't see it on Facebook. I get to now talk about it on Saturday too. That's the upside of going back. Yeah, I definitely need to keep up with this baking and cooking, because it makes me happy, and it's a good way to spend my time, actually.
So yeah, should be. Oh, and I had my church council meeting today, but yeah, today was yeah, interesting. I think I'm gonna be I might be a little stressed tomorrow because I've got a lot of calls that I should have made today. That's the problem with having gone back to work after so much time off. It's like, okay, when you have time off, it's like, crap, now that I'm back at work, I need to make sure I get all this stuff done. So it's like, oh, okay, so the first time off just feels like you had no time off because you were busy doing everything that you couldn't do because you worked. But hopefully my contacts come in tomorrow. Hence the glasses. They should have come in before. If they don't come in tomorrow. I already swore earlier. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. If they don't come in, it will really suck because it's hard enough wearing my glasses at work on a regular day. Wearing my glasses at work with a mask, that's going to make it even harder. It's going to really, really suck. So, hopefully my contacts come in tomorrow. You'll find out because if I'm still wearing my glasses at the day end video tomorrow, it's not because I want to. It's because I didn't get any contacts. So, yeah. Okay, I'll see y'all in the morning.